Since the beginning of this generation, and even before this gaming generation began, the PlayStation community, the ponies, have been saying that Halo is dead. But like anything else, they were wrong again, because the studio formerly known as 343 dropped a banger that even have your drunk Uncle Ted talking about Halo. Now, all of this news went down on the Halo Championship 2024. They would have announced that Halo Infinite is getting a third-person view. They are also going to rename the 343 studio to Halo Studios. They also spoke about there are multiple Halo games in development. So this is what had the gaming streets talking for the entire weekend, and that is understandable. I mean, Halo coming to the Unreal Engine 5 is big news. But what was very strange about all of this is that the PlayStation community, the same community for years who would have spoken ill about Halo is not good, Halo is dead, and so forth, all of a sudden they are now hoping that Halo comes to PlayStation 5.
Now, on the subject of Halo, we were talking about this morning in Morning Coffee, a great reason to become a member. You get to start your day with us. We kind of prime the pump for the day.
How about new, you crazy Dutch bastard?
And I'm like, dude, there's no way that Xbox and Microsoft are investing in Halo and not making it multiplat.
That's stupid, guys. Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
There's just no way. They have continued to signal. They have continued to signal that if they invest money in something, it's going multiplat, dude. It's 100% going multiplat. I can't see them saying, let's reinvigorate Halo. Let's change the studio's name to Halo Studios. Let's change everything to UE5, and then let's make it exclusive.
It's amazing how these guys, has been in the gaming industry for so long and makes stupid comments like this. Microsoft is not going to bring their mainline tentpole title like Halo onto other platforms, knowing fully well that the leaked document said that their main focus is their console, their platform. So yes, they are trying to bring in as much cash and revenue as possible by spreading their IPs out. But when it comes to their mainline games, I'm not seeing any mainline game going to any other platform. Now, the mere fact that there was the article talking about other Halo games being produced, so like spin-off games, I could see some of the spin-off games going to other platforms, but not the major ones. I mean, if it is you have any kind of common sense, you will know that it is a bad business move to blur the lines when it comes to your platform and another platform when it comes to your major titles. That's very clear. I mean, these guys claim to be, part of the gaming industry for some time now and making some very idiotic comments like this.
Oh yeah, we're going to limit Halo to just PC and Xbox, especially considering in that first year, many of the fans continue to point to Steam and say, well, the reason Halo doesn't perform well on Steam is because it's primarily an Xbox game.
Wait, what? What did Jimmy Neutron say? That Halo did not perform well on Steam? So are you telling me a game that peaked at over 250,000 people didn't do well on Steam? Are you crazy, Jimmy Neutron? That is why I told you guys that these Sony fans, these ponies, are sick in the mind. I mean, this is not the first time they made some erroneous statement. You all remember when they said that Call of Duty won't be coming to Game Pass, and then this happened? You all remember when it is they said that Microsoft can't advertise Call of Duty, and then this happened?
We on a mission. Take action to death. Set out the goals in the deck. Got the plan and the vision. We on a mission. Empty the clip, let off every round. Rely on the ones who will hold me down. Won't stop till I finish ground.
Everything they say, they just keep taking L's. Everything. These were the same guys that were saying that Microsoft can't advertise Metaphor well. And right now, Metaphor is sitting on Steam when it comes to the wish list in the top 10. Persons are knowing about the game, persons are seeing how it has reviewed, and those who love JRPGs are getting this game. But yet still, they are still talking. How many times would these ponies be wrong? How many? God Lord. But I digress. We are going to talk about how there's another game that is performing terrible on the PlayStation 5. No wonder why they needed the PlayStation 5 Pro. And another game that is performing bad on Steam. What is PlayStation even doing? We're going to talk about all that and more. You know what? Let's get it.
This is a sickness!
Let's get it. So guys, before we continue the video, do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Now we are trying to grow the channel up to 4,000 subscribers. Now if you're wondering what you're getting when you subscribe to this channel, I mean, you get great Xbox content, Xbox news, we throw in a little Nintendo here and there, and of course we specialize in Sony Pony Salt. We have a degree, a master degree, in a matter of fact, in the Sony Pony Salt. It's of the purest form, on a matter of fact. So if that interests you, please consider subscribing. Now let's get back to the video. First up, let's talk about performance. And this discussion has been thrown out and discussed at length among the various communities when it comes to gaming. And persons were saying that the PlayStation 5 is very capable of making some of these games perform well. Well, over the time, we would have realized that, there are certain games that the PlayStation 5 is really, really struggling. Hence, we are seeing Sony coming out with the PlayStation 5 Pro. And this example here that I'm about to show you is just another reason why they needed the PlayStation 5 Pro, because, man, the PlayStation 5 ain't even running this well in performance mode. Take a look.
Mode, we drop to an 1152p target at maximum, and those lumen reflections take a visible hit in quality outdoors. It's also apparent that 60 FPS is a stretch for PS5, even when the resolution bottoms out at 864p.
I beg your pardon? I beg your pardon?
The Silent Hill 2 remake doesn't put its best foot first with that woodland route to Toluca Lake, the graveyard section, or the ranch in the opening hour. These foggy, foliage-packed areas tank PS5's reading, taking it well into the mid-40s and even briefly dipping into the high 30s in one later courtyard pool area. It truly overextends the ideal range for a VRR display this way, and there's not enough frame data to turn around a perceptually smooth result.
Wow. When the PlayStation 5 was announced and later revealed, the PlayStation 5 community hailed the PlayStation 5 as one of the most, technically advanced console. I mean, they said the power of the PlayStation 5 would have smoked the Xbox Series consoles. They really did promote the SSD, hailing the SSD is from the future. The SSD was from the year 2050. I mean, how could Silent Hill, a game that looks like that, bring this console to its knees? We are seeing it's dropping as low as 38 frames per second, even in performance mode. Even when the resolution is dialed down to 864p. You heard what I said? I said 864p. This game is not even running at 60 FPS locked. Wow. And they said that this console was a beast. They said the SSD is so fast it could go back into time, go into the future, and come back in the present and smoke the Xbox. But look at this. And now we can understand why the PlayStation 5 Pro was needed. But let me hear what you think about the performance of Silent Hill 2 running on the PlayStation 5. I mean, this is just sad. Next up, let's talk about Until Dawn Remake. You see, this is a game that was recently released for the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 5, and PC. Now, I recall when Starfield was, about to launch, and there was news that this game would have run at 30 FPS. Everybody went completely insane. I mean, the gaming news media roast Bethesda, roast Microsoft for having Starfield running at 30 FPS. There were so many articles, so many videos of persons saying, why are games in 2024 or in 2023 running at 30 FPS? I recall that. That was fresh news. That was fresh in my memory. And I also recall they did the same thing with Redfall. So I was very puzzled and perplexed as to why no one is saying anything about Until Dawn running at 30 FPS. What? You don't believe me? Look at this. So here we have Until Dawn on the PlayStation 4 and on the PlayStation 5. On the left hand side we have the PlayStation 4 version, and the right hand side we have PlayStation 5. In some instances we are seeing the PlayStation 4 version is running at a higher frame than the PlayStation 5 version. Now this is very shameful. I know some persons would say, the resolution is lower on the PlayStation 4, but this is not acceptable. Where are all the articles? Where are all the videos complaining and talking about Until Dawn is only 30 FPS? This game is basically a console exclusive for the PlayStation platform, and yet still the entire gaming industry is quiet. And this is one of the main reasons why I decided to create this channel, is because of I'm seeing a clear bias in the industry. I'm seeing it very clear. Where are all the articles about Until Dawn running at 30 FPS? It's on the PlayStation 5. Why are we not seeing this game running at 60? Where are all the talking points now, ponies? And we also saw that this game is doing terrible on Steam. I mean, it's going right now, it's charting on, Concord territory right now. So much so that we even have an article from Push Square saying this about Until Dawn.
Until Dawn is one of Sony's worst performing PC ports to date, but not as bad as Concord. We noted recently that the novelty of PlayStation's PC releases appears to be dying off, and Until Dawn is another game that's struggled to really make an impression on storefront Steam. The remake, which launched late last week, peaked at just 2,607 concurrent players, making it the worst Sony debut since Concord and Sackboy: A Big Adventure. While many have lamented the remake on PS5, it's worth remembering that Until Dawn hasn't been playable on PC until now, so there's no PS4 version to compete with. It did launch at $59.99, £59.99, however, which is a lot for a title that originally debuted in 2015 regardless of its various upgrades. In terms of user reviews, the game is currently mixed, with many negative ratings complaining about the game's performance and its price. To be fair, we also gave the remake a middling review in our Until Dawn PS5 review, noting similar issues.
Wow, not only is Sony charging full price for this game is running terrible on the PlayStation 5. Not only that, but we are seeing it's doing terrible on Steam. So all in all, this game is looking and shaping up to be one of the worst games Sony has pumped out for these ponies. Now this is sad, but you know what? I think this is what the PlayStation community deserve, because they have all this smoke for Xbox community and for Xbox when they release games at 30 FPS. But guess what? They are absolutely quiet. I mean, listen, This place is quiet as a mouse. All I'm hearing is crickets. Listen to it. Listen to these crickets. This is what I'm talking about. This is the hypocrisy. But as long as I am here, I will expose it every time it happens. Now, don't forget to tell me what you thought about all these things. Let me know what it is you thought about it in the comment sections below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.